Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, I'm Nick and this is Sarah, and with our two little dogs, we're usually travelling around Europe in our 32-year-old camper van. But this year, for the second year in a row, we've decided to come back to the UK.
We've just about managed to survive the last few months here after having some major issues with our camper van and some extreme weather conditions.
It's been great spending time with family, and we've even managed to get out and explore a little and see some stunning places along the way.
Now it's time to head south across the channel to warmer climates, but before we do, we're making one last stop off to make sure our camper van is ready for the next chapter.
Welcome back to the channel, and you'll never guess where we are.
Well, I think they probably can. If you've seen a video a few weeks ago.
If you watched last week's video, we said where we're going, so you shouldn't have to guess.
And that. Yeah, we've come back to Cannock in Staffordshire to our friend Mick at Madford Engineering, who is going to make Vinny a little bit better for our long journey south.
Yeah, I don't know whether he's got the nitros, the ejector seat he's struggling to find, tinted windows, but we're just going to get the basics done to make him safe. It's cool being on this junkyard. So many really cool old vehicles around.
I don't think Mick would be happy with you calling it a junkyard, darling.
Did I say junkyard?
You said junkyard.
I did not say junkyard.
Sorry, Mick, you didn't mean junkyard.
Scrap that.
Is he ready for us?
He's not ready for us yet. He's just come back with a load of stuff in one of his many Jeeps. I don't know how many cars. There must be about 100 cars on his yard. I think about half of them there is. He's got that beast there. He does streaming, so he does Twitch. He like films work he's doing. I had a ride in his Land Rover last time we were here, and he's like a storm chaser. He's got his laptop there set up. He's got cameras here, there and everywhere. It's a proper adventure vehicle. Hey Mick, how's it going?
Nick.
Good to see you again.
Sarah. Hello. Hello, sweetie. I didn't know how long things were going to take, so I've doubled up on a lot of stuff, but it doesn't matter. So we've got some boot struts, so you haven't got to use your broomstick anymore.
Oh, yes. Fantastic.
There's a couple of types of cam belt kits, so I've got both cam belt kits. Alternator, high output. We've got a couple of types of fuel filter, got both just in case. An oil filter. We've got some new mirrors. They haven't got the little spoilers on.
That's fine.
But I thought it's better than nothing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we've got new mirrors.
Brilliant.
And we've got some oil.
Happy,
Brilliant.
darling?
Very, very happy. Cool.
There's the little resident cat.
Mexico.
Mexico.
Some blankets here, here we go. So we will be staying in the van while the guys get on with the work outside. It's pretty cold in the workhouse, in the workshop. And I'm not feeling 100%, so I don't want to get like sick or anything. So we'll stay in the van with all of our blankets, get on with some work while the boys play with their toys outside and get Vinny fixed up.
How's it going in here, darling?
It's going all right. It's nice and cosy in the van with the blankets. How's it going out there, more importantly?
Yeah, they've taken the front off, they've drained the radiators, we've done a little wee-wee in the workshop, and they're doing the cam belt, which is the biggest job, we think. They started that process, and they've changed the wing mirrors, because we had one smashed off.
That's good. No more me looking out the window to see if there's any cars coming.
It's alright, go, 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 go!
Go, go, go. So that's really good.
Yeah, all good. So yeah, I best get back out there and film them, and yeah, learn a bit.
I am at the transit, man. Have it, baby.
Have it!
Woo! It's all about the Ford, baby. Okay, so I've just timed up the engine now. There's a pin in the flywheel at the back, that locks crankshaft. There's a pin here in the camshaft, and there's a pin here in the injection pump. That shows that all three are timed perfect. I can now take the belt off. You have to undo these to facilitate the correct tensioning of the timing belt. Okay, so I'm just removing the cam belt tensioner. There's the tensioner. We like to listen to the bearing. That's noisy. So now we can remove the timing belt. It's not the worst I've ever seen. It's not the best. So it was worth doing for peace of mind. So, new cam belt. I always fit it with the right in facing me. Don't know why, it's the way it is. New tensioner's fitted. So slip the belt in, round the camshaft. Injector pump all the way to the right. Slip it on, and then all the slack should be next to the tensioner, which it is. So now I can tension that and we're all good. Okay, so tensioner's tight, injector pump's tight, so what we can do now, we can pull the pins out. I'll just pull out the crankshaft pin, and then what we do is we turn the engine over with a bar. I like to turn the engine over a couple of times. Feel in the compression, feels good. And that one should go back in the injector pump, and it does.
Sweet.
That shows it's all timed up.
Ooh, what's this, darling? What's this little treat for us?
This is like lazy cooking or comfort food. I'm calling it comfort food. It's basically baked bean pasta. Baked bean and spinach pasta with a little chilli kick. Really simple to do, and I'm feeling a bit under the weather. So I just need to have some nice hot food and then, you know, chill for the rest of the evening.
Can I just point out, sorry, this spice rack. Look how neat that is.
Look how neat that is.
Look how neat that is. Is that a one pot? One pan?
It's kind of a
one pan wonder.
one pot, look.
Not just baked bean pasta, it's so much more.
Oh, it's got a few other ingredients. Look.
Ooh.
There we go. Let's eat.
Good morning. And we slept really well.
Yes, in the warehouse. Not warehouse, workshop. In the workshop, in the garage. But very peaceful night's sleep and protected from the elements of the outdoors.
We feel at home here, and we know that Vinny's being looked after. Because Mick cares. Mick cares about Vinny. And
such a nice bloke.
And they're geniuses here. Mick and Matt.
Geniuses.
Geniuses.
Ford Transit geniuses.
They know about
and other cars.
Yeah. When Mick's working on it, he's explaining things. Most of it goes over my head, to be honest. But
you've learnt quite a lot, haven't you, already?
I have.
Yes.
I know what all the little bits are. And roughly how to fix it. I think it's a bit out of my technical expertise.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so yesterday we got probably the biggest job that we're getting done, which is the cam belt. We say big job, but Mick makes it look easy. Take off all of the front of the van, basically. Take the radiator off.
Put these little rods in, tune it, turn it, twist it.
So that's really cool. And then today we just continue with lots of other little things. Because we're getting like a sort of full service done, so changing all the filters and oils and that kind of thing.
They're going to clean up that axle to make it look like it hasn't come out of the sea.
Yeah.
Scrape off all the barnacles and that.
Yeah, new boot struts. So lots of little jobs to get on with. Very exciting.
And most importantly, they're going to fix our starting problem.
Yes, the starting problem. Get to the bottom of that.
Well, looks like they're here to start work. So
it's work time.
You best get dressed, have another coffee, and then get out there.
Right, okay, one of the other parts of the service that you need to adjust is the tappets. Now this is something quite ancient now. Cars don't have tappets anymore, not adjustable ones anyway. That one's good, so I'll just put a little mark on there to show I've done it. That one's nice as well. So I'm looking for tappets going down, so we've got 1 and 7. So it's nice, there you go, that's beautiful now. Okay Nick, so I've got something that's going to
Yes, he's got one. He got one.
We're going to give Vinny a little bit more horsepower. This is a turbocharger.
And how fast?
This should double the horsepower of Vinny.
Sweet. So we'll get up those hills. We'll be flying. We'll be taking off.
Oh, yes.
So as you can probably hear, the work is still going on in the van. We're currently up on the ramps and tidying up the axle, that axle that looks like it's been under the sea for years. It's just getting a little bit of a clean up. Staying in the van because it's like warmer and I wanted to be in the van with the boys. We don't want to wait outside of the cold. This is quite fun, isn't it, boys? Different park up.
So I thought I'd just have a break from filming the guys working on the van, leave them to it. I'm just getting in the way, aren't I? Charlie needs a little walk. He's been cooped up in the van all day and I just thought I'd take Charlie for a walk through the little museum. But yeah, they're working hard to get Vinny back on the road and better than ever. And I just thought I'd take a look around these Land Rovers. Love all the old military vehicles. Mick, that's his passion. He likes restoring vehicles and basically building them up from scratch. He's going to tell you about a little adventure he's going on at the end of the year, which is so exciting for him. But yeah, there's so many vehicles here. You're sniffing for that pussycat, aren't you? Little Mexico. Where is she? Can you see her? Where is she? I think she's actually in the workshop. Isn't she?
Showing that that battery is down, so it's charging at maximum now. So that's good.
And it just started straight away, didn't it?
It did, instantly.
And it's been sat cold since yesterday.
Yeah.
Hasn't done that, has it? Every morning it's been like, not starting. And now it's just pumped straight away, so yeah. That's it.
We'll let it overnight, let it calm down again, and then if it does that in the morning,
here you go, my love. Look at that.
Ooh,
I think
yes,
that looks pretty nice.
How nice does that look?
You've got ginger and coriander rice. You've got katsu curry balls and a nice potato salad. Creamy mayonnaisey potato salad.
Just what you need after watching people work very hard on your lovely little van.
And you've got rosy cheeks because you've been out in the cold all day and you come into a bit of a warmer van.
Not gonna lie, I'm happy to be in the van and so happy that Vinny is sorted, better than he's ever been.
Good morning, guys, and all the work's done.
Amazing.
And he started first time last night.
Yeah, boom.
So hopefully that's resolved the problem. Mick wasn't happy to leave it there. He wants to do a test today after leaving it cold.
Yeah, and it kind of got quite late last night and we didn't want to like drive in the rush hour traffic. It was already dark, so we thought we'll just stay over another night in the warehouse. I keep calling it a warehouse, in the workshop, sorry.
Workshop.
We're really happy.
Really
I guess
happy.
we're going to get Mick to kind of explain everything, like
He
what
can
the
do it better
starting
than we
issues
can.
were and stuff, because it's not what you think it was.
No.
And I don't think we've mentioned yet what it was, like the issues that we've had over the last couple of
In
months.
the end,
actually.
it was so simple
So
again.
simple, but we'll let Mick explain. And yeah, we're quite excited, aren't we? I feel like Vinny, under his bonnet especially, is just good now. I feel like we can have a lot of confidence in him to take us on many more kilometres, and
he's had a lot of TLC.
I mean, we can't big up Mick and the team enough, really. They're such lovely, genuine guys.
And just so good at what they do. They just know these old vehicles inside out, like the back of their hand. I mean, I'm so glad we found someone like Mick. He restores old vehicles.
Most mechanics are just like, oh, it's an old van, scrap it type
get rid
thing.
of it.
So yeah, and bless Mick, because his dad's poorly at the moment. His dad's actually in hospital, so obviously he's been popping back and forth to the hospital over the last couple of days. And obviously
sending
that's,
love to his dad.
Yeah, quite stressful when you've got someone poorly. So yeah, so we're just so grateful of them helping us here and getting Vinny up to scratch. But like we say, Mick will be here shortly, and we'll get him to give you a rundown of exactly what's happening and what's happened. Sorry, what he's done to the van.
Moment of truth, then. Moment of truth.
Ready?
After
Ready for
a
the
cold start. Wait for it.
Good, yeah.
Doesn't matter. Happy? Now we can do a high five. Yes. Yeah, look at that. Quicker than ever. We just got back from a lovely breakfast at, I've just forgotten it. Otherton Airfield. Really nice breakfast there, actually. Really cool place. Really busy as well, isn't it?
Yeah, good value as well.
Yeah, that's in Penkridge. They've got microlight flights. You can go and fly different planes.
You can learn to fly there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool. And Mick's now going to explain better than we probably have done about all the work he's done.
So the initial starting problem that Nick and Sarah were having, we found a lot of resistance in the engine ground to the chassis and to the battery. Cleaned all the contact points up. That's now gone. We also found the alternator was weak. It was only putting in about 12.6, 12.7 volts. No good. We've changed the alternator and the vacuum pump. It's now kicking out just over 13 volts. So about 13.6, 13.7. Perfect. Vinster started perfect last night, cold.
Incredible.
And this morning, first flick this morning, perfect. Okay, other mods that it's had a full service, so all the fluids, all the filters, check the brakes, check the wheel bearings, all the usual things. We've wire wheeled the back axle and painted it black so it looks like it hasn't come out of a swamp now, so that's brilliant. We've done a cam belt, we've done a cam belt tensioner. I've got rid of broken bolts out the water pump pulley. Other various bolts that were missing and broken, we've replaced them. We've set the tappets, perfect. And a few other little odds and ends under the bonnet. New bonnet stay clip, new bonnet stay grommet, and a good check over. So she should be good for another so many thousands and thousands of miles.
I agree with everything there, apart from she. It's a he.
Oh, sorry. Vinny could be gender neutral.
Well, yeah, probably. He's not sure.
He's not sure.
But yeah, these guys are legends. They probably sorted us out. They've been busy, and yeah, we're good to go now.
Yeah.
Can I just say as well, I've had quite a lot of people contact me with campers, which I do appreciate and say thank you. There are limits to what we can do. We are kind of rolling the business back a little bit due to health issues and family issues and other bits and bobs. So I do appreciate everybody contact me, but please don't be upset if I say no. So there you go. Thank you guys.
He's very friendly bloke, but you know, just give him a bell or something first, get a hold of him and ask him and bring him a present round. You know, don't expect cups of tea and stuff and sandwiches, bring something for him. So guys, we couldn't leave Mick's without showing you one last time. So I've just come up to Mick's man cave for him to quickly explain his epic adventure he's going on at the end of the year.
In the Second World War, there was a regiment formed called the Long Range Desert Group, and they primarily worked behind enemy lines doing bits and bobs. Not going to go into that, but they were a legendary unit, and they were the predecessor of the SAS. So we've arranged with an expedition company called Popsky's Private Expeditions. In late October, November, we're actually driving 12 ex-military Land Rovers from here in the UK down to Marseille, Marseille to Tunis, Tunis to Tunisia, and then into the desert for 2 weeks to actually follow some of the routes that these heroes did in the Second World War, and possibly find remains of 7 vehicles that were dumped and they were abandoned after the Luftwaffe put a load of bullets into them. They think that they found them. So we're going to build a Pink Panther, which is an SAS long-range desert vehicle to do the trip in. Can't think of a better vehicle. So we'll be building the vehicle live on Twitch. If you guys want to come over and say hello on Twitch, mad_Ford_engineering, and we will also be streaming the whole trip from the start to the finish live on Twitch, including into the desert. We've got a satellite uplink to do that with.
How awesome is that? I mean, that's like a treasure hunt on a convoy into the desert, uncovering these vehicles that have been there like covered in sand with like the changing tides of the sands have been.
Yep.
How many years is that then? Like
70 plus. They found remains of them on an expedition they did 2 years ago before COVID. They found some parts of the bonnet and some of the bits and bobs, and they reckon with the latest satellite imagery they've found the vehicles. So that will be really, really exciting.
If you don't know what a Pink Panther is, have a look at that screen now. Why is it pink?
In the Second World War, the Long Range Desert Group were actually doing a patrol in North Africa, and they came across an airplane that was originally red, but the sun had dyed it pink, and they got so close to it that they almost hit it, and they didn't even know it was there. So one of the COs of the vehicle took a scraping of the paint, put it in his notebook, and cut. So the commanding officer of the patrol took a scraping with his penknife of this colour, put it in his notebook. When they got back to the lines, they said, "This is the colour we need our vehicles painting." They found that the colour of the sand in that particular area at dawn and dusk had a very, very light pinkish haze to it, and these vehicles literally disappeared during dawn and dusk. So that's why they're known as Pink Panthers.
Oh, I was impressed by that. It was really good.
Anyway, guys, sadly it's time for us to leave here. Yeah, we need to get back on the road, back to my folks, and then start heading south to the warmth.
To the sunshine.
Good morning, guys, and you join us in Folkestone. Done a bit of driving since you last saw us.
We certainly have, and we are in the back of Morrison's. Spent the night here.
God, treat Sarah to a romantic night.
Romantic night at the back of Morrison's. So we're in the cricket club at the side of Morrison's, and this is where we spent our first night when we arrived in the UK almost 4 months ago. We've just spent our last night here again because we are going to France today. Yes. The Channel Tunnel is booked. We're leaving in about an hour. Yeah. And that's quite exciting. Now, the van
is running like he's purring. He's purring. Amazing drive down here. We did it in a oneer, no stop-offs really, and yeah, he sounds good, he sounds smoother, he seems to be driving quicker. Our cruising speed has just increased. Yeah. No and worries.
Quieter. No, nothing. So we're really happy, and hopefully we've got many more happy miles to come. So after leaving Mick's, we went back to Nick's folks and spent a day or two there.
A couple of days there. Very emotional goodbye.
It's very emotional.
Even it's only, for a year or so. But yeah, it's always sad to say goodbye to family.
Yeah.
But said our goodbyes, then we drove down to here, and then we spent a day, we're doing a full circuit, so a bit of deja vu here. If you haven't been following us since the start of our UK trip, Sally and Lawrence.
Yes.
Went to see them again.
Yeah, so when we arrived in the UK 4 months ago, we broke down in Dover for almost a month, if you've been following along. We met Sally and Lawrence. And so we've just popped in to see them in Dover, spent the evening there with them. Really nice to see them again. They've got a new puppy. Oh,
so
my
cute.
goodness.
Little Yogi bear to keep pocket company.
So sweet.
Little Pomeranian cross or something.
Oh, we had a lovely evening. We used their little sauna again, which was
nice.
lush. And then we had a nice walk the following day with all the doggies down the local park.
Kernsey Abbey, if I got that correctly. Yeah, beautiful area like Dover. Again, we didn't get to see the castle or anything. We went to the Kernsey Abbey and had a walk through all the parks. Beautiful. Yeah, countryside.
It brought back lots of memories, actually, being in Dover. Good memories, and obviously the memories of us being stranded on the side of the road and
all
stuff
good
like
memories
that.
now that we're recovered. I mean, on this trip, a few times on this trip, it's been touch and go. We're looking at new vans. We thought it was the end of Vinny, and then as it's happened, he's
better,
good
better
to go.
than ever. So we're really excited and we're really happy. Yeah, so we left Dover. Oh, we didn't leave Dover without having our last meal of the UK. Guess what that was? What we had last night.
Fish and chips. Had to be, didn't it?
Fish and chips.
Had to be.
Unfortunately, it was a little bit too cold to eat the fish and chips outside, so we just had them around Sally and Lawrence's. But yeah, really good. And then, yeah, so then we drove here, spent the night here, and we're heading into France.
Very excited. But you're going to have to wait for next week's vlog to see us enter France. Oh, just before we finish, can we just say something? Glow plugs. Vinny doesn't have them.
Yeah, so when we had this starting issue with the van, we had so many messages saying you need to change your glow plugs, you need to get a new battery, you need to change your glow plugs. And yeah, obviously Mick, we weren't sure whether, we didn't think we had them actually.
No.
But yeah, Mick confirmed, no, this engine doesn't have glow plugs.
The 2.5 Di Transit has no glow plugs. Let me just take it there, that's it.
Yes, thank you. I'll clear up a few things.
Yes, no glow plugs in our van. So it wasn't the battery and it wasn't the glow plugs, it was just that little earthing situation, bad earthing, and it caused us all that trouble.
See, lots of people say,
crazy.
get a new van. This starting issue is a bad earth. The issue before, when we thought our diff
Had gone
was
again.
knackered,
Had
after
gone
the
again.
Lake District, people like, get a new van, too much
It's a
trouble.
loose bolt.
Loose bolt.
So, you know, you don't want to always jump to the worst conclusions, do you?
Vinny's a trooper.
So anyway, guys, on that note, we will leave you here and join us next Thursday as we cross into France. Surely nothing else is going to go wrong. We're in Folkestone, we're about to leave. And yeah, we'll see you all then.
Yeah. Join us next week. Follow us on our socials. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you in France.